So are you curious how the former golf course's reconstruction efforts may impact your stay here at Marriott Cypress Harbour? Well, we're going to walk around and talk about it. Coming right up. Hello and welcome to Destination Timeshare. I'm Jeremy, and we're going to take a walk around here at Marriott Cypress Harbour and take a look at the former golf course that Marriott Vacation Club actually sold off back in 2014. But before we get into that, I just want to let you know on this channel, I like to share some of my best timeshare tips, strategies, and advice on how to help you get the most from your timeshare ownership. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm going to head over to the basically the southwest corner of the property, and we'll make a loop back around to the other side. So I'm kind of over in front of the check-in building over here, and we're gonna turn this camera around and take a look. Okay, so you can see over here, this was probably one of the long fairways at what was Grande Pines Golf Club. It is now actually a big long strip of what looks to be apartment buildings. So this is basically right in front of Cypress Harbour. This is the side on Westwood Boulevard, and this is kind of the main roadway or driveway through here that comes into the registration office and the main lobby. And there's the new apartment buildings. They're not too obtrusive. You really wouldn't notice them here other than your drive in, so that's not too bad. But that obviously at one point was probably a golf course in green that after they sold it off, they started development. Okay, so basically just all the way along what is Westwood Boulevard out here, and the main entrance is essentially those apartment buildings, apartment complex. Kind of walking in and out of the shadows here, so I'm gonna have some weird shadows on my face, but yeah, looks like the construction there is pretty much all done, so I don't think that would have any real impact on anyone's stay, other than they're not even really unsightly. They're not too bad. Okay, so now we're actually going to take a walk across the main bridge that goes from the main pool to the island pool, and we'll show you what is probably most likely to have an impact in the future, even though not too much right now. Man, that sun is bright. Let me get out of that sun. So yeah, we'll head across the main bridge. We'll stop about halfway, and we'll take a look at the other side of the lake where there's just big bunches of piles of brush. Okay, so we're here on the bridge that goes from the main pool area and clubhouse lobby over to the island pool over here. And yeah, this is the lake. So the pool decks, all that is right there. And essentially, right on the other side of the lake here was the former golf course. And you can see it's essentially, it looks like piles of brush from where they've cleared the course and maybe have started construction. I'm not sure, maybe there's some dirt in there too. Not really sure, but that is probably going to be the biggest impact to somebody's stay in the future when they're probably doing construction. It's probably going to be fairly noisy when they're maybe putting in foundations, even building, saws, hammers, all kinds of stuff. But then also, when those buildings are built, you're essentially going to be able to see them directly from Marriott Cypress Harbour here when you're going across the bridge, and from the main pool area, and from these buildings up here as well. So before, that was just like a nice golf course view. That building over there, they would have had a nice golf course view. They're going to have a residential homes, apartments, condos view instead. So that's kind of the disappointing thing about that land sale, is that essentially they can have homes backing up right to the lake. It's only a few hundred feet probably from the main pool area. So we're going to take a little bit more of a walk around, and I'm going to show you a few more things in regards to that former golf course. Okay, so we're on the bridge here that goes over to the back of the resort from the island pool. You can see the lake is right here, and then obviously it's just kind of a stream that's been cut through here. But you have buildings 66, 67, and 68 back here, where that was essentially former golf course property. And now it looks like it's just growing over with noxious weeds at the moment. So they really haven't maintained the golf course in any way, which makes sense, I guess. But they don't seem to be cutting it down either. You can see piles of brush over there where they've obviously started working on clearing some things out, but then it looks like they kind of stopped. And now it's just grown up and grown over with lots of weeds. So a lot of these buildings in the back of the resort are going to, what formerly had golf course views, at some point in time we'll have a view of something different. It will probably take a while to build this land out for mixed residential and commercial space. So they are working on it, but looks like they've kind of stopped their progress back there. Okay, so now we're at the north end of Marriott Cypress Harbour at the property here. And this in front of me is building number 74, which used to probably have somewhat of a golf course view. It's now actually blocked by quite a few trees. It's probably been like that for a while. These trees have grown up over the years. But this is what also used to be a fairway probably, and maybe some sand dunes, maybe some greens. But now it's basically just all grown up with long grass and weeds. This fence here, I believe, is something that part of the agreement for the sale of the property that the new owners, the company that purchased the land to redevelop it, were required to put in. So it does have this nice long fence, pretty tall fence here, that would prevent anybody, if they ever develop this section of land through here, to would prevent them from coming onto the property here at Marriott Cypress Harbour. But you can see that building 74 now basically just looks into trees and maybe some small view of the former golf course. As you can see where I am over here, I believe this back here, these buildings, that is Hilton Grand Vacation Club at SeaWorld. So you got a little bit of a view of the tops of those buildings there. This is, on the other side of those is Central Florida Parkway. So just kind of interesting looking at the map. It also looks like building number 69 at the back of the resort also had former golf course views and now has what we'll call a view of the weeds. Okay, so there you have it, just a quick update on the former golf course redevelopment here at Marriott Cypress Harbour in Orlando. If you found this video interesting, entertaining, or informative, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos, check out the description box below for what to watch next. And for another video about Marriott Cypress Harbour, check this one out up here. And YouTube, they think you'll like this one down here as well. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and until next time, the best destination is always a timeshare.